Okay, we're gonna stay standing. We're gonna do some Cossack squats first, which are similar to hockey squats, what we've done before. So we're gonna start with a nice wide stance, and it's usually wider than you think it's gonna be. I'm gonna sit back into my left hip, which resembles the hockey squat, but I'm gonna elevate my right foot, which is gonna turn into that Cossack squat. So I'm gonna counterload with my arms, back into my heels, straight in my hip, straightening my right leg and keeping my left leg bent. I'm gonna come back up, sit into my right, kickstand that left toe, pull back up, rocking across. I'm gonna show you both directions. So I'm gonna sit into my right hip, toe comes up, rocking back, feeling that groin stretch, mobilizing my hips, warming up my quads a little bit. And I'm gonna go back and forth for 10 each side. I'll show you this way again. Nice wide stance, sitting into my left, toe comes up, sitting into my right, toe comes up. Rocking back and forth, feeling quads, hips, glutes, and groin, creating some good blood flow through the lower body. Awesome. So we should have ended up with 20 of those total, taking your time. We're gonna go into a toe hold squat. I'll show you both angles as well again. So I'm gonna keep my legs straight, and I'm gonna slowly roll myself or my sneakers, and then I'm going to, maintaining connection with my toes to my hands, I'm going to drop my hips through the hole, bringing my chest up, feeling my legs get stretched out, hips, groin again, right? Now, maintaining the connection with my hands and my toes, I'm going to push my hips back up into the sky, feeling that good stretch down the back of my hamstrings and low back. We're going to go for 10 of those. I'll show you this way as well. A little bit outside my natural stance. Over, drop my hips down through, chest comes up, hips go back up. Hips down, chest up. Inhale, exhale. Those should feel real good. You're doing your best to keep your heels on the ground the whole time. We're gonna loosen up our hips a little bit and do an ankle knee hold. So lateral across my body, grabbing my ankle and then pulling it up. I'll show you both directions again. Ankle knee, pull up. If you're nervous of the balance, go ahead and stand by something. Good, pulling up. Cross body reach and pull. You should feel that in your glutes, in your hips a little bit. In that standing leg, just working on that balance, right? I'll show you lateral again. Pulling up, we're gonna try to get at least 5 to 10 pulls per side. Definitely one that feels better as we go. All right, we're gonna do a little strengthening slash mobility with our shoulders. So I'm gonna make a strong fist. I'm gonna keep them straight down on my sides with a strong elbow, meaning the elbow is not loose, it's bent, it's locked out. I'm going to keep my palms facing in, and I'm going to go big up and over my head without bending the elbow, right? Stiff fists, like you're going to punch someone, and keeping that elbow straight. We're going to go for 10 laterally, all the way up, all the way back down. Two things you're thinking about is flexing your butt and keeping your rib cage tucked in. You don't want your rib cage flaring out like this, yeah? We're going to try to get 10 laterals. Really warming those shoulders up, mobilizing the shoulders a little bit, taking the work off the traps up here. We're gonna go into frontal once we've gotten those 10. So now all we're gonna do is transition our palms to the front of our quads, facing in. So my fist, right, the back of my hand is sitting against my quad, and I'm going to make big frontal raises all the way till my head pops through the hole. Inhale down. Exhale up. Right, feeling that heat traveling through that joint, warming you up a little bit, mobilizing those babies. Good. We're gonna try to get 10 of those as well. Should feel good. All right, scap retraction, everyone's favorite. Muscles between your shoulder blades, right? They don't tend to do everything we want, especially when you're sitting at a desk. They don't necessarily contribute as much to your posture as they should be. So what we're gonna do is make those fists again, put our arms directly ahead of us, and I'm going to reach. As I reach, You're gonna see my shoulders round forward. That's getting a good stretch down the middle of my back, okay? Now I'm gonna pull them back together, pronouncing my chest forward. Right, chest comes open, elbows don't bend. Reaching, stretching, squeezing the blades, flexing. Reaching, squeezing. Right, so you should feel the middle of your back working, especially after that shoulder work we did. Now you're feeling a good warmth traveling through your arms. Inhale, exhale as you squeeze, right? Feel that middle of your back working. It's 15 to 20 of those. I really like that one because you can literally do it anywhere. No one would even notice. All right, so sprinter drill. Working on hip strength and mobility. I'm gonna show you two different directions. I'm gonna show you a lateral version this way. So you're gonna lean on your wall. I'm just going to imagine that I have a wall and use the fireplace. I'm gonna step back, really leaning into my wall. So see my body's at an angle, both hands are on. And I'm going to drive my knee up as high as I can, staying on my toes. So my toes are my load point, and I'm pulling my knee as high as I can, feeling my hips working, my abs working. Obviously, the further I step back and lean in and load my arms, the more my abs are gonna work, okay? So if you're doing it this way, I'll show you this version. Pulling up, loading my toes, pulling my knees as high as I can pull them. We're gonna try to get at least 20 total, right? Feeling your abs pushing through that wall firmly. Really strengthening those hips, right? Our hips get tight, but they also get weak. All right, that should feel delicious. Hands behind back, RDLs. Okay, so I'm going to take my hands behind my back, interlock my fingers, okay? I'm gonna have a soft knee with my feet under my hips, and I'm going to keep my chest open, right? And I'm gonna push my hips back, slight bend in my knee, but my spine never breaks, right? Meaning my spine never goes like, keeping that good hinge so I feel that tension in my hamstrings building. So it looks like this. Soft knee, squeeze my glute, come back up. Soft knee, squeeze my butt, push the ground away. Inhale, exhale. Feeling the tension in the hamstrings, the glutes working, activating that whole back side of that body. Parts of us that aren't getting a ton of attention when we're sitting at a desk. Inhale, squeeze the glutes up. That one feels really good. I like that one a lot. Really good for mobilizing the hip joint as well. A lot of people have a hard time hinging like this, right, because of tightness. So nice, simple one. Once again, you can do anywhere. Oh, what happened? Did you lose me, Ellen?
This one.
Yeah, I just saw that. What happened? That was weird.
You're back.
That's the wrong camera, though. Nope. Well, bees. That's bizarre. Okay, well, we're gonna go back to this one. I'm back now, right?
Yep.
And now?
Yes.
Okay. I have no idea. Okay, so we just got done with the RDLs. Okay, so perfect. Single leg RDLs. Transitioning that double into a single. So now what I'm gonna do is keep that soft knee again, okay? And I'm gonna elevate my right leg. Hands don't have to be behind your back. And if you're really weary of the balance, go ahead and do it near a table or the edge of a couch. So soft knee, I'm hinging from the same position. Left butt cheek, pushing that floor away, just the same way we did on the double leg. So we're gonna go 10 each side. You can also use your arms to counterload yourself. Squeeze and drive. Inhale, squeeze and drive. What I mean by drive is push the floor away. It'll help you lock out your hip. Really good activation in your glute, your butt cheek, and your hamstring on that stabilizer. It's also a really great lumbar stabilizer. Your back. A lot of people have lower back pain. Excellent way to reduce it. Strengthen it, stabilize it. Awesome. I'll show you this way this time. So I'm gonna go right side, soft knee, trying to keep my hips stable. Once again, you can reach. Inhale, left leg goes back, squeeze up. Squeeze up. Good. Soft knee, squeezing my glute. We're gonna try to get 10 each side, just like we did on that left leg. This is always a good example of your sides that are more stable than each other. Squeezing the glute, driving through that foot. I'm also feeling my feet working, which is nice. Awesome. Okay, so we just worked those hamstrings. Now we're gonna stretch them out a little bit. I'm gonna stagger my stance. So I have my left foot is slightly behind my right. Both legs are straight. I'm gonna take both hands on my front of my right leg, run them in the hamstring. Find my balance. Left arm is opening, exhaling. I'm opening at the sky, not behind me. It just did it again, didn't it? Yeah, it's okay. That's okay. You keep going. Oh, that was easy to fix. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go for 3 of them on each side. So right leg down, balancing, exhaling, feeling lower back, hip, glute. Down, exhale up for that last one. And then we're gonna transition sides. Left leg is forward, right leg's back. I'm gonna slowly run my hands down. Opening at that sky. Inhale, exhale. I like that one a lot. Awesome. Okay, most challenging one we're going to do today is a reverse lunge with rotation. It gives us a really good stretch. I'll show you some regressions if we need. So I'm going to try to show you on an angle here just so you can see all parts. I'm going to step back with my right foot into a lunge and rotate towards my left leg. So it looks like this. So the way to break it down is step, balance, drop the right knee, rotate to the left. Step, balance, drop the right knee, rotate to the left. So I'm really mobilizing myself here in my midsection. We're gonna try to get 10 each side. Okay, so that was maybe 3. Step, balance, drop, and rotate. So I'm really pulling into my front leg, not my back leg. That's the confusion most people have. Step, balance, drop, rotate, getting some great core work here, some great mobility work, and really activating that front leg. Perfect. Every side will be different. So right leg's forward, left leg's going back. Now I'm rotating towards that right leg, right? Step, balance, drop, and twist. Step, balance, drop, and twist. Perfect. Should feel good, not bad. If the depth is difficult, just reduce the range of motion until you get the rotation, because the rotation is the important stretch part, right? Step, balance, drop, rotate. Good, should feel really good. Get your legs nice and warm, mobilize your midsection. Maybe made you sweat a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up a little bit with an opposite leg to arm lift. It doesn't seem that challenging, but it's a really great way of stabilizing. I'm glad it's just you. Not that I don't want it to work for you, but
Your instructions are always so clear, so.
I don't need a camera. All right, here we go. Last time. Come on. Come on. There you go. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start really great lumbar stabilizer core work. So I'm going to start with my left hand and my right hand together at the center of my body. So I'll show you both forward and lateral view. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to pull apart, but when I pull apart, I don't touch the ground again with my right foot. Pull in, open up. Pull in, open up. You should really feel your abs working to stabilize and that single left leg. I'll show you this way. Open, right toe is on the ground, left hand is reaching up, and then I'm compressing midsection. Exhale as I compress. Right, feeling that midline of my body, getting some really good work, but then also that stabilizing leg. Great for low back stability. All right, let's try the other side. So now, left leg out, right arm up, meeting at the middle. Tapping the foot, meeting at the middle. Obviously, the way that this would become harder is if this leg doesn't ever touch the ground. It just reaches. Feeling your hips working, your abdominals bracing. Getting some really good neuromuscular trigger going on here, right? Making your brain work. Feeling that stability on that single leg. Awesome. We're gonna aim for at least 10 to 15 on both.